Well, we take care of a 15-year-old, and right now it's his younger brother because of his parents his mother passed away and his father's really ill, and he's been with us now 3 years.
3 years,
and it's amazing, when you think that you're going to teach this young person so much, but in reality, I have learned more from him than he will ever learn from us. He's amazing. I learn so much from a young person, and he's a good person. He's a good soul.
We thought about adoption, or we have thought about
artificial insemination. Yeah, but and thoughts about, but I think at this point, really, truly, I was kind of romanced with the idea, if that child was genetically related to one of us or the other or both of us somehow, and but I don't think that matters.
That's not really an issue.
Yeah, I don't think it matters if they're genetically related to us or not.
But it does raise the question of who do you pass things on to, not just the physical things, but things that are important to you. A lot of who I am came from my parents. Right. A lot of the things that I care about and the sort of approach to living and what I find important to be informed about came from my parents. And I don't know, we don't have that place to pass it on.
I think it's very clear that we know we're missing out. We know we're missing out on having a child.
On a piece of what the human experience
and being
is.
able to pass on your values and for things you find important in life to the next generation. And we're having to find other ways to do that. Like my nephews and my niece in the UK, every time we see them, we try and interact with them as much as we possibly can. We talk to them, we show them things, we teach them things. And I find that very important. I'm actually finding it more important as I'm growing older. I'm finding that more important. Kindle has nephews and nieces in Texas, but we don't see them very often. So we find that with our friends, we tend to try and be around the kids of our friends, and we try and sort of interact with them as much as we can, and we get a lot of pleasure from that. But there is, I think for me, there's a gap there. I really wish I could pass things on to the next generation that was like a bloodline. When we got married, just before we got married, we both had a conversation about the fact that, wow, this really is it. We really are not going to be able to father a child. And I suppose that's not set in stone, but it's pretty much how it's going to be. So that's, it was a consideration, definitely.
Yeah. But there are heterosexual couples that have no children that face the same issues, so that's not necessarily just a gay issue.
Well, it's funny, my political awareness isn't necessarily all about because I'm gay, it's because I'm getting older. When I was younger and gay, now, absolutely, I'm very aware, and in our current political environment, I'm totally incensed. But, I love all these little quotes that you see on bumper stickers and stuff. Some of them are great, if you're not furious, you're not paying attention. And I really believe it's true, because when I was younger, I wasn't furious, because I wasn't paying attention. So it's not necessarily about being gay for a political issue, although obviously there are a lot of political issues that affect us as gay men, but it isn't necessarily being a gay man that makes me politically aware. It's being just a little older.
It's paying more attention to your surroundings, your environment, and the impact that you have on the community as a whole and on society as a whole.
And for people who, like us, who believe that, like we were talking about, the gay community anyway, and my desire for it to not be a gay community, but a community at large, again, it's one of those things, to be asked, what I believe politically because I'm a gay man is a little too labeling, a little too restricting. Because I'd like to believe, true or not, who knows, that I would have these same beliefs whether I was gay or not.